Hi, my name's Sally. I'm going to take you through a 10-minute sequence. This sequence is focused on helping people recover from a caesarean birth experience. I suggest waiting till about 10 weeks to take any on extra movement post-birth, but always check with your care provider before you start back to exercise. Okay, let's come down onto our backs. Be really careful how you lie down. Come onto your side and then roll over, just so we don't strain anything across the abdomen. Let's go. So just nice and slowly coming down, gently over from there. The whole sequence is going to be lying down. We might do a little on our side. Let's see how we go. So we're just going to place the feet now flat to the floor. Align the ankles directly underneath the knees. The arms are just relaxed down by your side. Let's start just by loosening up the lower back a little. It can get ever so tight in the lumbar spine area and thoracic spine actually, when you're recovering from major abdominal surgery, which is exactly what caesarean birth is. So let's drop the lower back down into the mat. We're going to scoop with the pelvis. So a little scoop there, and then we're going to peel that spine up away from the floor. Just go really, really nice and gently, keep breathing. And then roll the spine all the way back down. Just let the hips drop down to the earth. Good job. And then again, lifting up. Keep the head and neck nice and relaxed, slowly lift. And then again, just releasing all the way down from there. With each repetition, you might find you can just take it a little bit higher, but not forcing anything. Just take it nice and gently, nice and slowly, releasing down. Okay, so nice big inhale now, lift the hips. Slowly coming all the way up, exhale. Roll all the way down, breathing in and out again. Don't worry too much where the movement falls, where the breath falls, sorry. Just get it moving for now. Just get the breath moving and consistent. That's what we want. Okay, let's do one more of these. Again, just warming up the spine. Keep those toes on the floor, spread them out. And then again, slowly releasing all the way back down from there. Just drawing now one leg in towards the chest, so hands just around the shin, gently drawing in. Allow the lower back to relax down into the floor. And although this stretch is very gentle, I still suggest just doing one leg at a time and having the opposing leg just bent, foot flat to the floor. That way we don't strain into the back or overstretch across the area where the scar is. Okay, and then releasing down, other side, so coming up, hands around the shin, gently drawing in. We're just doing this to very gently release the back, just gently pulling with the arms. Don't want too much pressure going down on the abdominal wall. Okay, and then releasing down from there. So we're going to think now about waking up the muscles across the abdomen. We're going to be focusing particularly on the transverse abdominis muscles. I'm going to call it the TVA. And the pelvic floor. Okay, so a lot of people think the pelvic floor doesn't get affected in caesarean birth, but actually it does a little, and it does through the pregnancy as well. It's also a big supporter for the lower back and the pelvis, so good to get that going again. So from here, let's just lay the hands onto the front of the pelvis. The heel of the hands are just onto the front of those hip bones, and just let the hands rest lightly onto their abdomen. This is the shape my hands are making. Elbows just resting on the floor. Okay, so from here, we're just going to do a little scoop now where you take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, let the lower back relax down into the floor. Lift the pubic bones up towards the ceiling and just let that tailbone lift away from the mat. Inhale now as you release back down. And then again, exhale, scoop. And lifting the hips. And then again, inhale, coming down. Exhale again, scoop. As you scoop and lift now, see if you can just draw the tummy muscles in a little bit. The reason I've done this laying down, these movements lying down, is because gravity is going to help you. It's going to help you draw the abdomen in towards the spine. So it's just super gentle. We're just trying to get the muscles active again and functional. Exhale again, lifting the hips. Inhale down. Let's do one more of these. Exhale again to lift. And inhale again, slowly down from there. Good job. Okay, great. Now we'll bring one leg up to what I call tabletop position. So one leg to a right angle. From here now, I'm going to invite you to press the lower back down into the mat. As you press down, You're going to have a slight backward tilt on the pelvis. This is going to help to switch on the lower abdominal wall. Now you may find you can't feel much there, it may still be quite numb, and that's okay. It will slowly recover in good time. But by pressing the lower back down, we know we've activated the lower tummy muscles because they have to activate in order for the pelvis to do that, okay? So the shin is just level to the floor, we're just holding the leg there. All right, popping the foot back down, keep the lower back anchored down into the mat. Other side now, leg comes up, pressing into the heel, shoulders nice and relaxed. Again, just staying here, breathing, nothing too hectic. Lower back relaxing down into the floor, a little bit of engagement through the transverse abdominal muscles. And you might be able to feel it with the hands. If you let the hands just lay on the abdomen, you might feel some muscle contraction. And then again, releasing down. So let's make that a little quicker now. We're going to exhale, bring one leg up. We're going to inhale, slowly bring it down. Exhale, lift. See if you can lift on that pelvic floor a little as well on the exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and inhale. So we're just creating a little bit of stability around the pelvis as we move the leg. We've got the lower back pressing down. This will help activate the pelvic floor as well as the deep layer of the pelvic floor. You've got 2 layers of pelvic floor. Okay, and then one more time from there. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, coming down. Good job. Little stretch here, pressing into the heel, hamstring stretch. Gently taking the hands around the back of the leg, toes drawing back towards you. And you might find as you take hold around the back of the leg that the head wants to lift up. If that's happening for you, please place a yoga block or a cushion underneath the head. That way the neck will stay in neutral position. Releasing down, which means less tension in the neck. Other side, pressing into the heel, again drawing the toes back towards you. Shoulders just relaxing down into the mat. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. And then take your time now to just gently release all the way down from there. I'm going to bring the right leg up again now and add a tiny bit of resistance. My left arm is up, my right arm is down by my side. We're going to exhale, come up, keep breathing out, pressing the hand into the leg and the leg into the hand. So I'm working against myself. And then releasing down. Inhale. Exhale, lift and press. And inhale down. Exhale again, lift, press. Inhale down. Exhale again, lift, press. Keep that lower back pressing down into the floor. Try to draw up through the pelvic floor and releasing down. One more on either side. Now you might find, when I instruct to lift pelvic floor, when you're doing it on your own, you don't feel much is happening there. Still good to try because your muscle memory is strong. It is for everyone. So just try to set the intention. Slowly your body will catch up. And releasing down from there. Good. So, okay, let's just come back to that knee hug. Just drawing one knee in towards you. Releasing down. Other side. Drawing in. And release. Let's come over onto our side now. So come on over, just let the head rest down onto your arm or maybe a cushion underneath the head if you find that a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so from here I'm going to hover the feet away from the mat. I'm going to take my top hip in my hand and just press that away. And that way the hips are nicely aligned. Often when you're laying on your side, one hip is hitched up because the pelvis is quite rounded either side. So when you're lying flat on your side, if you know what I mean, you end up with a bit of a tilt, which can make the lower back stiff and sometimes make you a little bit sore across the area that's healing. So get that top hip drawn down. This also helps to draw the waist muscles in. Feet off the floor, and then as you breathe, I'm just going to invite you to open the knees. So just a little opening there, really working all the muscles around the hips now, and then drawing the legs back together. Exhale to open, just really small movements. We don't want those hips moving. Exhale to open. Now you might think, why are we working the hips when we're thinking about recovery from C-section? Everything is connected, remember? And by working into the hips, it's going to take pressure and tension off the lower back and the abdominal area. There's got a lot of recovery to do, okay? And the back needs to recover from Caesarean birth as well. Quite a lot goes on with the spine in Caesarean birth. Don't forget the anaesthesia goes in there as well, hey? So there's a bit of recovery there to do as well. Okay, we're going to do one more on this side. So by making the hips stronger, we're really helping ourselves to support ourselves. Releasing down, little stretch here, bring the top foot up towards the bottom, knee gently draws back, hips press forwards, and you may find again in C-section recovery, the hip flexors get really, really tight, and this again can indirectly pull onto the back and also onto the abdomen, affecting healing. So good to do a little stretch daily through the thighs, and I suggest just doing it lying on your side because it's nice and safe, it's not going to injure you at all. So that my top knee now is just drawing back and the heel is drawing in towards the bottom. Let's take one more breath there. And then releasing all the way down. Good job. Okay. Bringing the arms out in front now. We'll take a little stretch here. Again, you can have your head down onto a cushion if you like. Just reaching up and over. I'm going to open across the chest. I'm drawing my right shoulder back towards the mat now and then bringing it back over. We're going to keep this nice and small so you don't overstretch across the abdomen while all that healing is going on. Just doing 6 of these. Just open to help open the anterior chain of muscles, so the front of the body can get a little closed up after surgery. It's called a guarded posture, so we need to slowly unravel that. That will help our healing as well. One more. And slowly down from there. Again, just bringing the hands back together. Okay, so from here, that top hand now is just going to press down into the mat. Take your time as you come all the way up. Bringing the legs now round to the other side. And again, slowly coming all the way down from there. Okay, so again, just let the head relax down. Feet are just hovering away from the mat. We're going to draw that top hip down away from us to help draw the muscles of the waist in. Taking a breath in. As you exhale, now just open the knees. Good, breath out. Working again into the side of the hip. As we hold the hips in place as well, the TVA muscles are working. Good. Exhale to open. Inhale. And whenever you move, whenever you walk, whenever you exercise, whenever you lift your baby, etc., try to get in the habit of, on the exhale, just trying to get a little lift through the pelvic floor. And before you know it, you'll be doing it without realizing. And that will really give you some great, deep internal strength. Exhale to open. Inhale, coming back. Exhale. Inhale, just 2 more. Breath out. And one more time. Okay, fab. Relaxing the legs down from there. Drawing the top foot just carefully up towards the bottom now as the knee draws back. Good. Holding it there. Fantastic. And it's quite normal as well to feel a little different one side to the other. When you've got your baby, you often favour one side, so you end up a little tighter on one side than the other. That's totally normal. So do feel free to stretch a little longer one side than the other as well. Relaxing down, taking the arms out in front now. Nice deep breath in, lifting up, gently back. And then slowly over from there, just bringing the hands back together. And then again, gently lift and reach. Slowly over. And then again, breath in and reach. And just opening across the chest. Got a little rotation through the torso here as well, to help to switch on the oblique muscles. Really tiny. Last one. And again, slowly coming around from there. Use your hands now to come up. So push firmly into the ground as you lift. We're coming over onto hands and knees. So just into box position now. So from here, I'm just going to invite you to separate the knees. So my knees are about hip width distance apart, and the hands are just directly underneath the shoulders. Now, I'm going to invite you to pull the abdomen in, and when you do that, we're going to do that on an exhale, and I want you to really focus on drawing the abdomen in towards the spine. Let's give it a go. So again, hands just resting down onto the floor, breath in, and then we're exhaling, pulling the tummy muscles in, and then just gently release them down. Exhale again, drawing in. Inhale to release. Exhale. And again, this looks very simple, but it can take quite some time after cesarean birth to get this action. So don't be discouraged if you're finding it challenging. Let's try it with a spine flexion now. So as you breathe out, we're going to round up through the spine, just draw the tummy muscles in. Inhale to release down. Exhale again to curl up. Inhale, releasing down. This is a lovely stretch on the back as well. Exhale, curl up. As you come down, be mindful not to arch to the back too much. Just come into neutral. One more time, exhale. Inhale, release down. Good job. Let the hips drop back. Just take a Western child's pose. So knees nice and wide, and just let the hands come forwards, shoulders releasing down, and then just elongating through the back of the neck. So the chin is just towards the chest. Slow, deep inhale and exhale. And then just walking the hands back towards you. Let's take an inhale now, just reaching the arms up and over, just nice and slow, nice and gently. Keep those front ribs drawing in so we don't stretch too much again across the abdomen. Let the hands drop down. 2 more, nice deep breath in. And again, releasing down. 1 more time, again left. And releasing down from there. Thank you, I hope you enjoyed that. So that mini sequence was a bit longer than 10 minutes, wasn't it? That's typical of me. You can just weave in those movements into classes if you're a teacher or one-to-one. Again, if you're a yoga teacher, postnatal yoga teacher. For anyone that's postnatal really, but in particular if they're recovering from Caesarean section birth. Obviously we need to take things really, really gently for recovery because it is absolutely 100% major surgery. But as long as you work with the spine in neutral predominantly, really focus on the pelvic floor, really focus on the breath, and you get them to use their arms as well to bring themselves back up and over to the side, etc., so we don't strain too much on the abdomen. You should be okay. All right, so you can either use it as one sequence or just take a couple of those movements and sprinkle them into class. Okay, thanks for joining me, and if you're doing this for yourself, I wish you a speedy recovery, and let me know how you get on. Okay, lots of love.